I've learnt that laws and ethics are massively important in journalism. You cannot just write, report, or do anything you want. There are rules you must follow.
The clauses that stick out the most to me are clauses 4, 5 and 7. Clause 4 is about intrusion into grief or shock. Clause 5 is about reporting on suicide. Clause 7 is about children's sex cases. These three are very sensitive subjects, and it is very important to stick to the laws and rules when reporting on these cases.
The rule of a journalist in today's society is to research, write, edit, proofread and file news stories, features and articles. Their pieces are used on television and radio or within magazines, journals and newspapers in print and online. So, Sam, what are you interested in journalism?
I'm interested in the sports side of journalism because I love watching sports, researching and talking about it and also writing about different sports. What are you planning to work as in the sports journalism sector?
I want to work in the media and cover boxing and MMA, or potentially football as well. So the laws that I must follow are clauses 3, which covers harassment, because when asking for one-to-one interviews with fighters or promoters, they might not have the time, or they may be not in the mood for it, so they might not want to do an interview. So it is important to make sure you don't persistent pursuit in asking them for an interview. Give them space when it's necessary. What does public interest mean to you?
Public interest means what the public want to see and hear about, as it is an interesting topic to the majority of people. Why is sports journalists important in society?
For me, they're important because sports fans want to know the latest news headlines and rumours in sports. They're always checking in the paper, online, on blogs, that sort of stuff for the latest headlines. So sports is a big part of many people's lives, and to some this is the only thing that they are most passionate about in their life. So it's important, as a journalist in that sector, it's important to deliver the latest headlines to them with accuracy and make sure your research is spot on with every story that you write. Are you more interested in the private life of the athlete, or are you more interested in the performance side of the athlete?
Definitely the performance side, because I don't really care what happens in my private life unless it's as serious as the Mason Greenwood situation, which is currently happening, or what John Jones has done in the past. Some people care about private life, but I personally don't. What about you?
For me, a little bit of both. The performance side is always good, because when you're heavily invested in a team, like a football club, or an athlete, certain athlete like a boxer, or something like that, it's great to keep up with what they're doing, their achievements and stuff like that, but also the private life outside of their professional work, anything that could hinder their name. So when it comes to the cases, similar cases like Mason Greenwood, where it's a very sensitive case, as a sports journalist, when you are reporting on this matter, what laws do you need to take into consideration?
Well, with a very serious and fresh case like this, you can't name the victim. So you see, like Daily Mail, The Sun, The Mirror, whenever they've been reporting about it, they don't mention the victim's name. They just call her Mason Greenwood's accuser. It says that on all of them. So I don't think you can mention the victim's name. And also, when the story first broke out about Mason Greenwood being arrested, I don't think many of the major news publications even mentioned his name.